6 ways to store data in JavaScript. Local storage is one of the easiest ways to store key-value pairs in the browser. To save an item, simply call setItem and define the key and value. Take note though, local storage only accepts strings and numbers. To retrieve an item, call getItem and specify the key. To delete an item, call removeItem. And use clear to delete everything. Cookies are another easy way to store key-value pairs, and they will be sent to the server as well. While we can work with cookies directly using document.cookie, it is a hassle to deal with the syntax manually. It is easier to use a library to manage the cookies. Use cookies.set to set a cookie. And cookies.get to get the cookies. Lastly, use cookies.remove to delete a cookie. An index database is a better option if you need to store multiple entries. Start by opening an index database. Create the necessary object stores and define the key of the stores. On successfully opening the database, we can then proceed with the transactions. Use add to insert a new entry into the object store. Use put to update an existing entry. Use getAll to fetch all entries in the object store. Provide a key to fetch that specific entry. Lastly, use delete to remove an entry. A cache storage is a sandbox for storing files. With some creativity, we can use it to save data. Start by opening and creating a cache. Create a blob with the data you want to save. Get the object URL of the blob. To save the blob, fetch the object URL and put it into the cache as a text file. To retrieve the data, simply match the saved file and return it as text. Lastly, we can also delete files from the cache. This method does not store files in the browser, but we can create data files in JavaScript. Start with defining the data. Create a blob, JSON encode the data, and get the object URL. Finally, create an anchor tag. Set the blob as the download target. Click on it to start the download. To load the downloaded file, create a file picker. Get the selected file when the user picks a file. Create a file reader and read the selected file as text. JSON decode the text back to an object. In this final method, we will create an SQLite database in the browser. For this to work, we have to load the SQL.js library. Start by initializing SQL.js. Create a new database and the tables. The database is now ready. We can run insert and update SQL queries as usual. Fetch rows from the database. And delete rows. Take note that the database only exists in the memory for now. To create a persistent database, we have to export and save it somewhere. For this example, we will force download and save as a file. In your project, you can upload it to the server or save it in a cache storage. To load the saved database file, simply fetch the saved database file. Pass it back during initialization. That's all for this short tutorial. Like and subscribe for more.